Most brokers are running on a 1% conversion rate and calling it a business. 300 leads, 3 deals. That's not a conversation problem. That's a system problem. And if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, but the leads are rubbish, the market's tough right now, buyers are just window shopping, I'm going to stop you right there, because I've seen brokers in this exact same market, same lead sources, same price points, closing 3, 4, 5 deals in a month, while everyone else is spinning their wheels. The difference? They don't wing it, they run a system. So, what's that system? I'm going to give it to you today. Okay, 4 parts. I'm calling it the conversion engine. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly why you're leaving deals on the table and exactly what to do about it. My name's Ashley and I'm your real estate COO. Let's dive in. Welcome back to Your Real Estate COO. My name's Ashley and I'm here to help you level up your game. I'll be your Chief Operating Officer to your success. Let's dive in. I had a broker come to me once, properly frustrated. Said, Ash, I'm working non-stop. Leads are coming in daily from the portals, from socials, from referrals. I'm on viewings back to back, and I've only closed 3 deals in 6 months. 3 deals out of hundreds of leads. So I asked him one question. Walk me through what happens when a new lead comes in. And he said, well, I call them, see what they're looking for, and set up a viewing. I said, and do you qualify them first? He pauses. I asked what their budget is, right? I'm like, okay, so here's your first problem. And this is where most brokers get it wrong right from the beginning, before they even start it. They think asking what's your budget is qualifying. It's really not. Qualifying is a process. And if you skip it, you know what happens. You spend your entire week showing properties to people who are never gonna buy in the first place. Now, I'm not being funny, but that's not a business. That's a tour guide service, free of charge. So let's fix it. First part of the conversion engine, qualify hard. Most brokers qualify leads backwards. Okay, they start with the property. What are you looking for? How many bedrooms? What community? Then maybe, if they remember, they ask about budget. And they almost never ask about motivation or timing until they're 3 viewings deep and wondering why the client's gone quiet. Flip it. Okay, here's the framework. I want you to remember 5 letters. BANTM. This is what every single lead gets put through before you even think about showing a property. So let's go through them. B, budget. Not what's your budget loosely. I mean, how much have you got available today? Is it cash? Is it mortgage? If mortgage, are you pre-approved? If they haven't spoken to a mortgage broker yet, they're not a buyer yet. They're just a researcher. And that's a different follow-up. A, authority. Who's making the decision here? Are you speaking to the decision maker, or are you speaking to someone who's going to have to go and ask their spouse, parent, or business partner? Because if you're not speaking to the person who signs the check, you're not closing anything. You're just gathering information for someone else to close. Find that out first, on that first call. N, need. Okay, why are they buying? Not what are they buying, why? Is this an investment? End use, relocation, holiday home? The need tells you a timeline. You see, an investor might take 6 months. Someone relocating in 30 days, well, I'd call that urgent. Different energy and different pace. T, timing. When do they need to be in by? When do they want to complete? If the answer is sometime next year, or just looking around, great. Put them in the nurture sequence. Don't take them out on viewings this Saturday unless it works for you. Meaning, you would say, I'm in the area this Saturday at 2 o'clock, come by and I'll show you. M, motivation. This is the one most brokers skip entirely, and it's the most important. What happens if they don't buy? What's the cost of doing nothing? If there's no cost, if they're perfectly fine staying where they are, you've got a low motivation lead, and that's fine, but treat them accordingly. Don't chase them like they're closing next week. Okay, so here's the rule. If you can't answer all 5 of those questions after the first conversation, you haven't qualified them yet. You've just had a chat, and chats, unfortunately, don't pay commission. Super important. Now, this isn't an interrogation. This is a conversation, but it's a structured conversation. You're leading it. They're not leading you around by the nose. You're the professional, act like it. Let me give you a quick script. Okay, this is what I want you to say on the first call after you've established the basics. I want to make sure I'm not wasting your time. Before we start looking at properties, I need to ask you a few questions to make sure I'm showing you the right things. That's it. That's how you frame it. Now, you're not interrogating, you're being professional. You're respecting their time. Then you walk them through the BANTM naturally. The brokers who do this close more because they spend more time on people who actually can buy. Shocking concept, I know, but most of you aren't doing it. Part 2. And this one stings because there's no skill involved, just discipline. You know the stat. If you respond to a lead within 5 minutes, you're something like 10 times more likely to convert them than if you wait 30 minutes. Everyone knows this. And yet, I watch brokers let leads sit for hours because they're interviewing or they're busy. Let me be blunt. If you can't respond to a lead within 5 minutes, you don't have a conversion problem. You have a priority problem. Here's what I did when I was on the floor full time. My phone was always on, always. If a lead came in during a viewing, I'd excuse myself for 30 seconds and send a quick WhatsApp. Hi, it's Ashley from X. Saw your inquiry. I'm in a client meeting right now, but I'll call you in 15 minutes. What's the best number to reach you on? 30 seconds. That's all it takes. That lead now knows, 1, I'm responsive, 2, I'm busy but I'm in demand, and 3, I'm professional enough to acknowledge them immediately. You've already separated yourself from 90% of brokers before you've even had the conversation. Now, if you genuinely can't respond that fast, you need to set up a system. I would set up an autoresponder on your WhatsApp business account, whatever it takes. But speed is non-negotiable, okay? The lead that calls free agents and gets a reply from you first is statistically more likely to end up your client. Not because you're better, because you were first. And that's how human psychology works. Don't overthink it, just be faster. So we've qualified the lead, we've responded fast, but here's where the real work starts. And it's where most brokers completely fall apart. Because what do you do when a lead says, I'm just looking, or I'll get back to you? If your answer is, I'll wait for them to call back, then you need to stay tuned because parts 3 and 4 are going to change the way you do business. Okay, so part 3, work the lead pool. Now this is the biggest untapped asset in your business right now. Bigger than new leads, bigger than the portals, bigger than anything, your existing lead pool. Think about this. How many leads have come through your database in the last 12 months that you never closed? 100? 300, 500? Every single one of those leads is a person who at some point raised their hand and said, I'm interested in buying a property, and you just let them go cold. That's not a lead quality problem, that's an attention problem. Here's how I want you to think about leads. There are 3 buckets, okay? Hot equals qualified, BANTM complete, ready to transact in the next 30 days. These get daily attention, okay? Medium, qualified but longer timeline, normally about 30 to 90 days. These get weekly check-ins, maybe a market update, a new listing that matches their criteria, something relevant, not just checking in. Nobody cares that you're checking in. And then cold. Cold equals qualified, but timeline was 6 months plus, or they went silent. Now these go into a reactivation sequence. The cold bucket is actually where the gold is though, because nobody works it. Nobody. Your competitors forget about these leads after 2 follow-ups. But now, you're not going to. Here's your reactivation protocol. Day 30 of silence. Send a quick market update. Should go like this. Thought of you. This community that you were looking at just had a price adjustment. Worth a conversation? Day 45. Send a specific property. This property just listed. Matches exactly what we discussed. Still in the market? Day 60. Send the direct message. This is the one that feels uncomfortable but works. I'm going to be honest, I don't want to keep messaging you if the timing's not right. If you're still interested, let's talk. If not, no hard feelings. Just want to respect your inbox. You'll be shocked at how many people reply to that 3rd message. Because it's honest, right? It's direct. And it's the opposite of what every other desperate broker does, which is send, hi, just checking in. Part 4. Now this is the engine itself. Most brokers follow up like this. They call maybe once, maybe twice, then send a WhatsApp, then forget the person exists until they accidentally scroll past their name 3 months later on their WhatsApp. That's not follow up, that's hope. Here's a real follow-up cadence. This is what I want you to run. Write this down, okay? Day 1, first call plus WhatsApp. Introduction, BANTM conversation, if they picked up. Day 3, follow-up call if no response. Leave a voicemail. Send a follow-up message with one specific property they might like based on whatever you've learned from them so far. Day 7, email market insight. Okay, so send a relevant market insight or an article, not a property. Send value. You're positioning yourself as a resource, not a salesperson. Day 14, call plus message, this time with urgency. A few properties matching your criteria are moving fast. Want to make sure you don't miss anything, something like that. Day 21, offers or incentives. Developer just released a new payment plan. Thought of you, worth a 5-minute call? Day 30, the direct message I just gave you. The I don't want to keep messaging you if the time is off. That message. Day 45, market update. Day 60, new listing alert or final check-in before moving them to a quarterly nurture list. That's 8 touches over 60 days. Structured, purposeful. Never the same message twice. And never just checking in. And here's the thing, most of you won't do this. You'll watch this video, you'll nod along, and then you'll go back to chasing new leads while your existing pool collects dust. I know this because I've trained hundreds of brokers, and maybe 10% actually implement a cadence. Be in the 10%, please, because the 10% are the ones closing 5, 6, 7 deals in a month, while everyone else is complaining about the market. So let's bring it all together. The conversion engine, all right? So 4 parts. 1, qualify hard, BANTM every lead. If they're not qualified, they don't get a viewing. 2, respond fast. 5 minutes or less. Be the first broker they talk to. 3, work your pool. Hot, medium, cold. Reactivation sequence. That database is your biggest asset. 4, run the cadence. 8 structured touches. No just checking in. Value every time. Now this isn't complicated. This isn't some secret growth hack or algorithm trick. It's discipline. It's doing the boring stuff consistently when everyone else is looking for shortcuts. I've been in this market for 12 years, in total real estate 23 years. The brokers who survive are the ones still here after a decade. They don't survive on talent. They survive on systems, boundaries, discipline, the work nobody sees. Now run this engine for 90 days. Not 1 week, not 2 weeks, 90 days. And if your conversion rate doesn't move, then come back and tell me. Tell me I'm wrong. But I don't think you will. Until the next time, see you soon, take care. Remember, in real estate, your success is my operation. If this helped you move one step closer to your goals, smash that like button and subscribe for weekly real estate strategies. Until next time, keep building your empire.